Title of this video is Why the Noose is Always Negative, and why the Demiurge is really a female. When I say Demiurge, I'm talking about the God of the Bible, okay? Yahweh, El Baal, okay? Has many names. Egyptian equivalent would be Amun-Ra, okay? That's why the Christians say Amen, you know? When they say Amen, okay, they're talking about Amenhotep, okay? Amen. Father, Son, Holy Spirit, like the Catholic says, you know, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen, okay? If you research these things, you will find out that I'm right about them, you know? Because I've already done the research, okay? Again, you know, Google is your friend, and the reason why Noose is always negative is because negativity is really what gets you to act, okay? Gets you to get up and do something, okay? You know, if you remember the coronavirus, if you, for example, you turn on your phone, right? Or you turn on your TV, blah, 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 and they're like, oh, Don Lemon, coronavirus, and blah, 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 blah. And then, you know, you're switching the channel, like, you know, you switch it to fucking Fox News. And then the same thing, coronavirus, blah, blah, blah. It's coronavirus, blah, 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 blah. You know, TSA, blah, blah, blah. Airport, you know, LAX, JF Kennedy Airport, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's repeating in your brain, and it's getting you stressed out. It's getting you, you know, even if you're not affected by it, you know, it's getting you to do something. That my point, you know, in saying that is anything negative, you know, because they know that you are a man, okay? They know that you are you know, you have the initiative to act, to solve things, that you are positive. You're a positive person. They want you to, you know, react negatively, you know, get off your butt and do something negative or something like that. Or either you're gonna, you know, you're gonna feel stressed out and you'll be like, man, I feel bad. You know, you keep hearing negative things, especially from women nowadays, man. From emasculated men and from toxic women, okay? Basically toxic men and toxic women. They always say something negative to get you to, you know, that is the finesse, that is the ultimate finesse. Because if they know that you're a good man, what they will do, all they have to do is present a problem to you. Have you ever noticed that our system, our political system, our religious systems, you know, our whole entire system here in America is predicated upon, you know, showing you something negative, always talking about something negative. What is it that they give you in school? They give you problems. Solve the equation. The equation, okay? Equality. They think it's, you know, it's the same. Everything is the same, because if you are buying into this thing that everything is equal or something, like men and women are equal, then you are absolutely ignorant of human nature. You're absolutely ignorant of biology, physiology, all the sciences out there, okay? The idea that what a man can do, a woman can do also, and vice versa, it's totally ignorant. You know, people know this. People know this too, you know? But the problem is there's a lot more fake people nowadays compared to real people, okay? So you have to deal with them. Especially here in America, you have to deal with more fakes, you know, more carbon copies. So, you know, that's why, you know, when you're in your work environment, when you're in college, when you're in high school, when you're in public, if one of them disagrees with you for some reason, just because you have a different opinion on something, notice, like, you know, every single one that pops up, out of nowhere, they will back up that person and then they'll go against you. And now there's like 20 of them and there's like one of you. Have you ever noticed that? Like I notice that all the time, It doesn't mean that you're wrong or, in your opinion or something. It just means it's different, okay? It's just totally different than what they're doing. Let me give you real life examples, okay? As simple as something, for example, you go to Starbucks and you're trying to avoid all this stupid soy, all this, chemicals and things like this. And if you're like me, you'll be like, order like medium roast, no sugar, no coffee. No sugar, no milk, no nothing. No whipped cream or anything. None of that soy boy shit. And if you're in a group or you're behind the line, all of a sudden everybody looks behind and like looks at you like you're an idiot or something. Be like, oh, they give you that look, that blank stare, the flashlight stare, the nobody inside kind of stare. It's like you see these people and they're like carbon copies of each other, and there's like nobody there, there's no spirit inside of them. That's why when they hurt you or when they get hurt, you don't really get hurt. It's the same feeling that you get when you squash an insect, okay? When a mosquito tries to bite you and then you slap it like this, it's the same feeling, bro. It's the same, an INFJ, and a wicked INFJ knows that. I'm a genuine INFJ, man. I notice small things that a lot of people miss, okay? I would be a nightmare if I'm a freaking cop, man. I'll notice a lot of things about you. I'll connect every single thing that you say or what I see in front of you. Is like, I can make a freaking story and make you believe that story. You see what I'm saying? Not only can I convince you of a freaking lie, I can also convince you that the lie is true and shit. So I can use this ability to actually do good or do bad, man. So that's possibly the reason why they don't want me, they don't want me up there in a leadership position, because I can really destroy them and shit, If I see something that's like immoral, I see something that's like illegal, I can destroy that person. I can make that person, shit himself in front of everybody and shit, man. Make him feel guilty for doing the things he do, some shit, So negativity is the name of the game, man. And we know that the reason why they do that is because they know that the Earth is positively charged, So since the Earth is positively charged, they don't want you to have a positive charge either. They want you to be negative. That's why, they say the electrons are negative. But the thing is, okay, if you have a positive charge, you will repel against a positive charge, and this is possibly one of the reasons why we have this thing, called elevation. Back in the day, okay, there's some instances where people would, say, oh, this person elevates, like he was meditating, he was doing this or something like that. So, I'm not saying it's true, not saying it's not true. What I'm saying is just, I'm just bringing it to your attention and for you to just be aware of them, okay? So know that matter, okay? All matter is positively charged, okay? So particularly the Earth is positively charged. I mean, not all matter, but I mean the Earth, okay? The Earth itself is positively charged. And the reason why you're stuck here, the reason why you're not flying up there in the air is because, the reason why you're not floating in the air is because you have electrons in your body and it's negatively charged, okay? So that's the way the Demi-Urge, built this system, this biological system, and we're all subjected to that kind of torment, okay? And negativity is really the name of the game, like in school and politics, they always say something, bad, and like, oh, I fixed this, I did this, and there's no evidence of them doing the thing, Like Trump has been talking about the wall for like 4 straight years, and these idiots, there's no accountability. They never ask him for the wall or nothing. Is, you know, there's nobody checking him on that. See what I'm saying? So, and end this video by showing you evidences, you know, real physical evidences that, you know, and also some analogies that the Demiurge really is a female. You know, I recently watched the IMKS1 channel, and he mentioned that, you know, in the past. I used to think that the Demi-Urge is kind of like a asexual, or kind of like a third sex kind of thing, or like a sexual hybrid, or sexually must have like a sexual dimorphism or something like that, because it's the Demiurge manifested the earth, and their earth is both masculine and feminine, things like that, and there's a physical masculine to it, but and also a feminine aspect to it. But the thing is, what I'm talking about, you know, I went deeper. Okay, I posted a comment up there on his recent video, and I said that the real male, is the spirit. The non-physical, you know, aspect of a person is, you know, if they have a spirit, then they're male. Okay, that's the real male. The male, because I have a spirit inside of me, I'm capable of creativity, and therefore I'm a male. I'm a real male. Okay. While other males are soy boys. Okay. The males who are simps, the male who worship women, they don't have a spirit inside of them. They only have a soul, okay? They only have a soul, and that's why they reincarnate here. Souls come back here, you know. They don't go to heaven. They don't go to the source. They just come back here, okay? They're trapped. They couldn't go through the barrier, you know, of the as above, so below kind of a water barrier that the Demiurge put up there. So, you know, they couldn't leave. The spirit can leave, okay? The spirit is what can leave that barrier. So, you know. And the reason why some of us keep coming back up here on Earth, on this physical plane, is because they trapped our spirit inside of a soul, okay? They encased the spirit inside of a soul, and so they are able to pull our souls inside of a physical body. You know? So, again, it's deep, you know. Don't worry about it if you don't really understand it. I've done my research, and I had resources, okay? I'm going to give you some resources, you know, maybe below this video when I post it. So, you know, Demiurge being a female, okay? The earth, the moon, you know, the sun, they're all spherical, okay? The ovary of a female is spherical. You know, have you ever looked inside of inside of a microscope and, you know, see the ovary? Doesn't it remind you of Earth? Okay, and we call Earth Mother Earth. Why is it Mother Earth? You see? So, in anything, I do think that anything physical is mostly, you know, female, mostly Maya. Okay, the concept of Maya, physical ignorance, and, you know, mostly just materialistic kind of things, is non-spiritual. It's just, there's no wisdom about it. Okay, they cannot come up with like real, genuine, original quotes that they would say. You know, it's just regurgitated crap that they learned from somebody or from something. You know. So that's it for this video. You know, I hope you enjoy. I will expand more on the Demiurge maybe in the future video. So, you know, a lot of people are still thinking that, you know, the Old Testament, the God of the Old Testament is like the real God or something like that. But get this, like, you know, why would a real God like let his son, you know, die for these organic portals sin? You know, like, why would you offer your son and shit like that, and that's bullshit, man. That's fucking, that's like we call this infanticide or something like that. That's like, you're offering your son or some shit like that. It's like human sacrifice, man. It's sick, sick-minded. That's why these soy boys, they so readily sacrifice you, and unfortunately they are holding, leadership positions in society these days, and they've held the leadership positions for hundreds and hundreds of years. And look at the fruits of their labor. Okay, look at present day society. Is it harmonious? Okay, are relationships doing okay right now? Are heterosexual relationships doing okay right now? Do we have a high marriage rate? Are people having kids? Are people, are men being men? Are women being women? Nah. The complete opposite is happening, man. And these idiots are not gonna learn because they think everything that they see on the media, on the internet, on the TV is true. They think everything is true because these are like animals, These are reincarnated souls of animals and insects. And because they don't have the ability to think for themselves, they will just follow. Okay, they are just like a flock of sheep. So that's why I told you, I give ridiculous examples that actually happen in real life. Okay, let me remind you of that example again. All right. Before I end this video, okay, remember, in fashion, when it comes to fashion, okay, remember the boots kind of thing? When the boots became, the style, all right, you may think that people would only wear it during the cold part of the year, okay, during the cold months, like November, December, or February, October, something like that. But the thing is, these idiots are wearing it in the summer. They're wearing it in the friggin' summer, man. I'm like, what the hell? And then they're the same people complaining about, this is how sick-minded they are. How ignorant, how stupid they are, man. The same people wearing boots in the summer are the same ones complaining about global warming, which is a fiction, which is not true, which is false. Why? Because this professor told me that, if you take into account the whole entire temperature of the Earth, this global warming bullshit that they are complaining about is only 4% of the whole entire freaking temperature of the Earth and shit. It's only certain parts of the Earth that's like really fucking hot. You see what I'm saying? It's not all the Earth is freaking hot. Is it hot in Alaska? Is it freaking, is it like a desert in Alaska? I highly doubt it, man. Highly freaking doubt it. Unrealistic expectations, man. That's what they got. Their mindset is not right, man. It's like they only agree with everything that's put in front of the table. They just accept everything, And like I said before, it's the way that a man should lead. He should lead with his senses. Okay, you should be selective on the things that you sense. You should never let your environment, sense you. What I'm saying is, don't let others dictate what you sense. Okay. Ignore that. If it's negative, ignore it like that. Freaking, push it away from your, direction. Okay, push it away from your attention and move it out quickly, because, man, there's more and more of them that are freaking, increasingly negative nowadays, and it's not gonna get any better, man. And we really are in the fall right now. There's a fall that's happening, and increasingly more negative. And I told you they're gonna ramp up the attacks in 2020. In 2020 they're gonna ramp up the attacks. What did you see? Coronavirus. Friggin' and they're playing down a lot of things. They're playing down a lot of things too. You may think that the GDP is going up, but that's just the quantitative easing. That's just the inflation, okay? That's just the dollar being temporarily inflated. And the more they do that, because Trump, is a business kind of person, he's trying to benefit the business right now. That's why the GDP is up. So he let them pump the dollars, your tax money in there. Okay, your tax money is pumping up the stock market right now. They're giving the government is giving the money, the banks the money, okay, and the money is like the banks are like gambling in the stock market. And then once Trump leaves, okay, he's not gonna win. Once Trump leaves, there's gonna be a recession. I fucking guarantee it, man. I fucking predicted that shit. You're gonna see it before he leaves. A recession will happen, or after he leaves, a recession is gonna happen. But we're actually in a recession right now, but nobody's talking about it. Because that shit is inflation. The green on the GDP is an inflation, man. Don't believe that shit. Fucking, the noose is nothing but a noose, okay? Noose that will hang you, okay? You might as well just hang yourself if you're gonna freaking believe the noose and shit. Learn to develop objective thinking, devoid of feelings as you get older, man. Think like a judge, like cross-examine everything, man. Don't just believe everything you see, especially online. And when you see people like me and other people talking about the truth, share it and actually make your own video and share what you experience in life, because a lot of people out there, they need to learn how to think objectively, man. Unfortunately, having a degree, freaking, having experiences in life, it's not a guarantee that these people are gonna think objectively, man. They're not gonna think based on the truth, okay? That's what it is. Was objective thinking is you're removing everything. You're peeling the layers of fake, okay? Peeling the layers of fake so you can reveal the layer of truth, the core of truth. And test things out. Think like a scientist also. Don't just believe something, try things out, okay? If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. Move on, okay? Don't sit around there suckling yourself and crying like a bitch or something. Move on, freaking carry on or some shit. And that's why we say in the military, we say carry the fuck on, man. Fucking you broke your finger, carry the fuck on. Drink fucking water or some shit, it's a sick joke, but this is what one of the mannerisms that I kind of remember in the military is oh, you broke dick, you broke your fucking ankle or some shit. Fucking drink water and fucking carry the fuck on. Suck it up and drive on. This is what they say and shit, yeah. So, and be open to learn things from different sources, okay? And don't be afraid to talk to people online too. You can comment on my comment section. I'll answer. I'll answer the questions and things like this. And and as you get older, you're supposed to be developing your ability to know the truth. I do think the ability to know the truth, to know when somebody is lying, when somebody is telling the truth, or when somebody is telling the truth, that is itself is a wisdom, okay? So, people make mistakes and nobody's perfect, but you only get one chance at this, and why not take the risk, man? So I'm taking the risk in 2 months. Okay, in 2 months, I'm GTFO H out of here, and permanently, man. Permanently. There's nothing for me here, What is it that would make me stay here? There's nothing, man. There's freaking nothing. They're not doing World War III because they're broke as fuck, okay? So it's not gonna be a source of income to me because no World War III, okay? And I told you before, the only way I'm gonna sign up again if there's a World War III. Okay, World War III, get me in and shit. But that's just me. I'm a fearless bastard and shit, man. Maybe if you're too much of a fucking soy boy, you're too much of a simp. You don't want to go to war and shit. You know, you don't want to make that money. Me, I'm gonna fucking go in and fucking do my killings and that's it. You know. Hey, the skill to kill to pay the bill. Okay, so that's what it is. It is what it is, man. So that's why you got to be careful in who you mess with out there, like outside. You know, there's a lot of people masquerading to be experts, quote unquote experts in things. You know, especially nowadays, selling you some bullshit diet, some bullshit fucking religion, some bullshit fucking self-improvement kind of shit. The only self-improvement that you should have is fucking shut your fucking mouth. You know, you're a man. Get your ass up. Stop being fucking lazy. Fucking smack yourself on the face like real hard and look at yourself in front of a mirror and tell yourself, I'm a fucking piece of shit. I'm a lazy motherfucker and I need to change my life for the better. You know, you gotta face the truth, man. That's what it is. And if you're surrounded by people who are negative, fucking cut them off and shit, man. Go no contact. Fucking, you know, I wouldn't recommend the fucking gray rocking shit, the gray rocking method, because they can detect that shit. You know, if you're being attacked by covert narcissists. Okay, there's two types of narcissists, like overt, and then there's covert narcissists. The covert narcissists are the hardest ones to fucking detect. And once you detect them, they'll never stop in their attack. They'll try to find out your weaknesses, okay? What negativity you respond to, and once you respond to the negativity, they'll be like, oh, she's a bad guy. Oh, you see how sneaky that shit is? That's why they call it covert narcissism and shit, man. And me as an INFJ, I can play around with these motherfuckers, man. I can like fucking make them say whatever the hell I want them to say in public. I can like manipulate them and shit like this, but you know, it is what it is. And you know, 2020, and in 2 months, I'm out of here, man. So peace out, you know.